Hello everyone, this is Clarence with Spencer's Camera again. This is the next video in our Rho Ophiuchus and Blue Horsehead Nebula editing video. We're now out of PixInsight and we're moving into Photoshop. First thing we want to do, we have the two TIFF files that we exported. We have a starless image and then the star image. They are just 16-bit TIFF files that we saved from PixInsight. First thing I want to do is just drag and drop the first TIFF file of the starless image into Photoshop. Just click open. We don't want to do any edits to it yet. And the next step is go back to this folder, drag and drop our star image on top of the starless image. Click OK. Tell it you like the positioning. And then we have two layers, the background and the star image. The stars image, we need to change the Photoshop blend mode to screen. Now you can see there's your image with the stars combined. So starless and then the stars added. Very simple process. That can be done in PixInsight, but it's less user-friendly. This is a very easy way to do it, especially for individuals that are familiar with Photoshop. And then you also have the blend mode options here with the star layer that helps with things as well. It keeps it separate in Photoshop. If you combine it in PixInsight and then bring it back into Photoshop, then you're limited again on being able to edit the nebula without it affecting the stars negatively. So I have found the best practice is to bring the TIFF files into Photoshop while they're still separated and not combined. You want a starless background and then a star top layer so that you have all of the freedom and safety to work on this nebula portion, again, without negatively affecting the stars. So that's the simple way of bringing those into Photoshop and combining them. Of course, you can flatten this, you can do a stamp layer, lots of things, but the next steps that we would recommend is to come into the background layer by itself and start tweaking and adjusting things as you would like. First things we usually do is just filter, camera raw filter. We want to make sure that the noise looks good. It's not too bad. But the colors have been calibrated perfectly or very accurately in PixInsight. So we don't want to mess with them too much. But the light we do want to mess with, the exposure. I would recommend you bring up the shadows a little bit and bring down the blacks a little bit just to increase the contrast just a little bit more. Maybe a little more on those shadows. Bring down the highlights a little so that they don't get overblown, and possibly bring down the whites a little. This is all kind of personal taste from here on, but I like that. The color I like, I'm not going to mess with any of the saturation or anything at this point. Effects, I would be very gentle-handed with anything you do here with clarity or dehaze. I do it very small increments here, if any at all. You can see the differences before and after. One of the most powerful things that I like to use is Color Mixer. You can click on luminance and bring up areas that may be a little subdued that you want to bring up brighter. So the yellows, those look pretty bright already. Oranges, same, but see, that will bring up some of this detail back here in this galactic dust. Reds, you can bring up the luminance or amount of light that's involved there. If you want to change the red color, you can click on hue and change that to a different red if you'd like. I kind of like where it was. Again, PixInsight does a great job of calibrating all of your colors. So there's the before, there's the after. We're getting a little more detail here. I would go into the detail tab, maybe bring up the noise reduction a bit just to make sure that's nice and smooth. And I like that a lot better. Click OK. And I think that looks really nice. When you click on the stars, you can see it's really coming together very nicely. And The next steps we will go into in the next video will help bring out more detail without increasing noise. There are a few tricks to doing that, and we'll cover that in the next video. But thank you for watching, and we'll catch you at the next video.